Welcome to the City Show. I'm your host, Dr. Tom Krieger. On this week's show, Angie Smith from the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce stops by to talk about Third Friday and other chamber activities. We'll also tell you about one of Lebanon's least known celebrities who had a huge impact on the field of astronomy in the United States. But up first, Lebanon's second annual Healthy Living Market is around the corner, and Karen Graves is going to tell us about that. And we're also going to be talking with Linda Nienaber, the brand new executive director of Main Street Lebanon. Ladies, welcome to the City Show. I feel like the odd guy out, so be nice to me.
Thank you.
Okay. Can you tell us what attracted you to the position of the executive director?
Definitely contributing back to the community and helping our businesses and just being a bigger part of everything that we have to offer.
Now, you've been involved already. This isn't, you're not coming as a newbie. You've been
Right. I've been
what
on
did
the
you do
marketing
before?
committee. I'm actually retired.
Yeah.
Had a marketing career for all of my grown-up life.
Wow.
And so I came and started volunteering on the marketing committee with Main Street Lebanon, and this opportunity came up with Donna retiring, and I was encouraged to apply, and here I am.
Yeah, well, you sound like a perfect person to step in.
Thank you.
What's the mission of Main Street Lebanon now?
To improve and preserve our community and support our businesses.
Okay, I couldn't help but notice your shirt. I figured that had something to do with this mission. Hashtag Lebanon, Ohio Proud.
Yes, we are kicking off with Girls Night Out on Saturday. We're kicking off this new hashtag so that we're encouraging folks to take pictures and post them on Instagram with the hashtag Lebanon, Ohio Proud, so that we can get some really great photos of our town and people having fun here.
Well, we have a beautiful town, don't we?
We do.
Yeah, I imagine that your organization, your group was probably a big part of the development of making that downtown area just so beautiful, and it just keeps getting better. And you're hitting the ground running. Girls' Night Out is this Saturday.
Yes.
And that's a huge event. What's the theme this time? Because there's always a theme.
This time, Lebanon is all decked out for Girls' Night.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Pink?
Well, we're promoting all of our decks in town and our party places.
Okay.
So the Golden Lamb has a new deck this year.
Yeah.
Broadway Barrel House has a new deck. So we're featuring them, as well as all of our other restaurants and bars, and stores that will be open to support this event from 4 to 8 on Saturday.
Okay, so all decked out. I got
Yes.
you. Okay. What's the logistics? What did you have at the last one? Because do you have 3 of these a year?
We have 4. They're
4,
quarterly.
okay,
Yes.
okay.
Our next one will be November 9th.
All right.
So we have totes that we sell at the gazebo
That's
outside Golden Lamb.
The VIP bags?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we start distributing those at 4 o'clock on Saturday.
Okay.
They're full of coupons and opportunities to win prizes and lots of good. There's a map so that you know where everything is and what stores to visit and see their specials.
Okay, now I imagine there's a big line for that because these bags are pretty amazing with all the stuff.
They
And
are.
Anytime you're giving away free stuff, I mean, I'm not going to say me and the guys are going to dress up with wigs or anything, but there might be some husky ladies down there, and we're going to be vying for a position. So how do you keep the order, first of all? Because when you're giving free stuff, do women get kind of spunky?
Oh, they do.
Okay.
But these bags, we do charge $8 for the bag.
Okay.
And as people come, if they come early, we give them a wristband so that it basically holds their place in line, and they are then secured one of the bags because we only have 100, so there's a limited supply. You want to come early and get that.
Well, that's fantastic. Are there any extra special features at the event coming up?
Definitely featuring the hashtag. There's a lot of retailers that are gonna have photo opportunities. So backdrops that folks that are in town can stand in front of to take pictures, as well as any ad lib photos that they come up with while they're walking around town. We certainly have tons of photographic opportunities here in Lebanon.
Now, there's no outside food because this is all about celebrating our town.
Absolutely.
Which I think that's great.
Yes.
Because they have outside food vendors poached in front of these wonderful restaurants. Do the businesses have to pay a fee to participate, or is this just something that?
Well, Girls Night Out doesn't have that. Feast and Folly, which is our next event
Yeah.
that's coming up, yes, they rent booth space from us. But Girls Night Out, all of our restaurants and stores will be open, and they all have specials, so you need to stop in as many as you can.
And what time is this? It starts at
4
and it goes
till 8 o'clock.
Okay, fantastic.
Saturday night.
We'll be sure to have you back and see how you're doing with this job and how
Awesome.
much you're going to enjoy it and get an update. Let's turn to Karen on healthy living. How and why did this event get started last year? Because this is the second year.
It is the second year. You know, I think that we just recognize that people are living more healthy lifestyles. People want more healthy options. They're looking at organic food options. They're looking at eco-friendly products to put in their homes. And they're searching for fun and new ways to exercise and stay fit. So we have a lot of really neat businesses and services here in Lebanon that showcase all of these healthy living options that people are looking for. So we thought, you know, why don't we just put an event together and give all of these businesses and services in our town an opportunity to showcase that.
That's awesome.
And so we started it last year, and we had a really good turnout. Real good feedback from the downtown merchants and all of those people that participated. So we think that we're just going to keep it an annual event, and we're looking forward to this year.
One thing you can't predict is the weather. Last year there was some
Last year was cloudy.
scary weather, but
yeah.
it was still wonderful.
But it's a rain or shine event,
yeah.
so we're going to be here
Yeah.
on August 17th. We're going to be set up and ready to go, whether it's sunny or a little bit gloomy again.
Don't let the weather scare you
No,
away. Yeah.
not at all.
Any specific showcasing businesses that you can think of that have come
Well,
down
we have
there?
a lot of really neat businesses here in Lebanon.
There's some
You know,
film
we
from,
have
from last year.
well, we have Premier Health. You know, they have several offerings like information. Farmers market vendors that come to our weekly farmers market are going to be there. We have adoptables, which that's my favorite, from the Warren County Humane Association. And we have all kinds of healthy food options, prepare food, healthy living, like eco-friendly cleaning products, makeup, and then we have our fitness classes, which those, as you can see there with Mark Messer, that's the hero workout of the day. So you're getting a full body workout, strength training, aerobic exercise, and that kicks off at 9 o'clock. And then from there we do yoga at 10 o'clock.
That's
And then
awesome.
we go to Tai Chi. So there's really something for
Wow.
everybody when it comes to the fitness on the lawn. And you can see that that is on the lawn at Bicentennial Park. And everybody that participates has the opportunity to fill out a ticket to be registered to win a free fitness watch. So it's a real good opportunity. If you're, you know, into kind of core strengthening and breathing, then the yoga is probably going to be for you. If you want some mind and spirit, Tai Chi might be something to look into. So, or you could do it all. You know, it's open to everybody. You don't have to register. Just show up and.
Or do they give participation awards for people who actually go through all that stuff? They should give one if anyone survives.
That
Mark
does all
Messer's,
three?
Mark Messer's
Well,
workout,
I
'cause
know.
he's tough.
That's why we do
Yeah.
him early. You know,
Okay,
you got to
okay.
have all of your energy reserves
Yeah.
when you show up for that. So.
You know, just a thought, because this is a huge component of health, sleep, and you could put mats out there and just call it nap time. I'll volunteer for that. I mean, that's about
Well,
the
you've
most.
got about 15 minutes to get a quick nap in
Yeah.
between those classes, so you could do that too.
What's the cost for this? Because there's got
It's
to be.
free.
You're kidding me.
It's free,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So it's
And-
a great opportunity to see what you like
Yeah.
and see what this town has to offer, because we have a lot to offer here.
Now we know Mark Messer has his place
Yeah.
on Columbus.
Yes.
Who's doing the yoga?
Green Lotus,
Nice.
They're right
nice. Yeah, she's
downtown.
been in town now for, is it about 3 years?
several years,
Okay,
so
yeah.
you might be right about that.
Yeah,
And Larry
fantastic.
Bobbert from the
Sure,
YMCA,
sure.
he is the Tai Chi instructor.
he's the
so
Tai
it's
Chi.
all local, and so get a chance to try it out for free, and if you like it, it's right here in town.
I like the variety.
It is
because
nice variety.
people think exercise hurts, and I always tell people if you don't make time for exercise, you're making time to get sore, achy, and die. So with that variety, good job. There's something for everybody, so come on down. Don't be afraid. And I imagine they probably even break it down to the different levels, all the different things, so you don't have to be doing things real hard.
Well, you can do it at your own pace too.
Yeah.
You know, that's the nice thing. So if you're taking one of the classes and maybe you want to ease off one part of it, you can just take a breather and join in as you go. It's very casual, no pressure, no feel to keep up. So, there really is
do you
something
have to
for everyone.
register for that?
You don't have to register,
You
you
can
just
just
need to
show
show
up?
up. But if you do participate, you can sign up to be in the raffle for the free
Okay.
fitness watch.
And,
So,
and what about age? How old do you have to be to participate?
we don't really have age restriction. We just
Okay.
need a parent present, and we do have forms that you sign, a release form that a parent could sign off if they want their child. We had children last year participate with their parents.
Yeah.
We had one family, they did do all 3 classes, and so
you hear so much about organic farming, and we have the farmers market on Thursday.
Right.
Do we get any folks from there coming over?
We do. I
That's
mean,
awesome.
there's like fresh produce.
Yeah.
There's this great vendor that does microgreens.
Okay.
Those are great. So I learned about those myself last year.
Yeah.
It's these little greens, and they have so much utility. You can put them on sandwiches and in salads and dress up all kinds of dishes
Sounds
with
like a
them, and they're
chia,
delicious.
like a like a chia thing.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
kind of do
I
look
think
like
I remember
that, but
seeing
they're
them there
pretty
too. It's like,
delicious.
that looks like
yeah.
a chia.
Yeah, so we have
yeah.
that. We have teas and we have Big Axe Spice.
Yeah.
They are amazing, great spices, no salt added. Just a plethora, really, of variety of all kinds of things that you could think of. And we also have other activities, so people that aren't maybe going to go and do a fitness class, they could come and do our rock climbing wall, because we're going to have a rock climbing wall.
Who does that? Does the YMCA bring that on?
We are bringing it,
You got
the
your own?
city,
Okay.
and then we're going to have some other activities.
Okay.
So for big kids, small
I saw the
kids, all
bouncy
kids.
things for the little kids.
Yeah, it's like a wipeout. They're They're like active games
Okay.
though. So it's a wipeout game. It's kind of fun.
What's the age on that? Because you get those little guys bouncing around. I'm just wondering.
Really, there really isn't an age on
Okay.
that. I mean, if you're a little guy, you're probably, it's a bar that goes around and
Okay,
you
so they
kind
have
of
different
dodge
levels?
it. But
Okay.
if you're a little guy, you probably will it'll pass over your head.
Wow,
So
okay.
I don't know how interactive it'll be, but it'd be fun.
So how do you keep making this better? Because last year was good. The participation wasn't that good because of the weather.
Right.
But it sounds like, as good as last year was,
Yeah.
it sounds like you blossomed this out a little bit more. How do you do that?
Well, I think because we include the entire downtown,
Okay.
even the stores, they're part of the action. They have sidewalk sales that day.
Okay.
So it's just a really fun day, truly something for everybody. So you've got the fitness classes, you have the open market, we have Garden Gourmet. She's going to be on the street. She's going to have some great salads and dishes, and we have the restaurants. There's just so much to do down there that day.
I didn't know they had that down there last year. I would have been hanging. I tend to be that guy who hangs around the food.
Yeah. Well, there's
she's
plenty
fantastic,
of it. Yeah, she is fantastic. But we have a lot of great restaurants too. We have Lamppost Cheese now.
Okay.
We have Roll On In. They're down there,
Yeah.
and forgive me, but what's
Greenhouse.
Greenhouse
Yeah, they
Cafe.
just opened, right?
So
Yeah,
we've got
yeah.
a lot of good options, and with the stores having the sidewalk sales, it's just a fun walkable day, really.
So this is this weekend, right?
It's on the 17th,
It's on the
so it's
17th?
the following
Okay.
Saturday. So this weekend we've got Girls Night Out, and next
Okay.
weekend we got Healthy Living Market.
And
so
the time on the Healthy Living Market, it
It's
starts
10 to 3.
10 to 3. Oh, that's perfect.
It is
So you don't get into the really killer hot part of the day. Are there any other entertainment things planned that we didn't touch on?
It's really just all about finding what works for you
Okay.
to meet your healthy lifestyle, and
Okay.
learning more about what's offered in Lebanon, and
Yeah.
just enjoying the day.
And there's
enjoying
no
the
cost.
businesses
It's free, which is free. Fantastic. How do you beat free? And I understand if you want to be a vendor, there's still a chance to get in there. right?
Oh yeah.
So
I
how do
mean,
they get a hold of you and find out about that? And
if we haven't talked and you're interested in being a vendor, just give me a call at my office,
yeah,
which is 513-228-3110, or you can email me. And we can put information, an informational slide up on Channel
Nice.
6.
yeah.
And yeah, we still got some space. We're filling up, but we
Yeah.
still got a few spaces. So I'd love to hear from
Outstanding.
anybody
Yeah.
that thinks that they have something that they'd like to bring to the market.
We'll be praying for great weather.
Yeah.
Don't
Well, it's going to be beautiful this Saturday,
It
so
is.
hopefully that
And-
carries
and
over.
I'm sure it will. Autumn's a great time in Lebanon. We got 2 great back-to-back events: Girls' Night Out and then the Healthy Living Festival. Don't miss it. Get downtown to our beautiful city and just enjoy it. Ladies, thanks for being on the couch.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you both again, because I know you will come back, because we have
Yes.
lots of other things to talk about. So thank you. We'll be back and talk about the third Friday in our Chamber of Commerce right after this break.
Break your fast food habit at Kelly's Meats and Deli at 1001 West Main Street in Lebanon. Stop in for a quick lunch featuring made-to-order sandwiches, tasty sides, and mouth-watering daily specials. For dinner, Kelly's offers fresh-cut steaks, chops, and seafood, plus a variety of prepared dishes that only need to be reheated. You'll also find a large selection of high-quality wine and beer that can make any meal a special event. Kelly's Meats and Deli, open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, now open for dinner Saturdays 6 to 9 p.m. And remember, we cater too.
Your hometown source, the Lebanon Channel, is now on YouTube.
I know how fortunate I am.
Just search City of Lebanon, Ohio to connect with everything that's happening right here.
And that's going to be an exciting part about this walking tour.
Subscribe to receive exclusive local content available only on the Lebanon Channel.
Wow, Neil Armstrong's coming to my launch. I was so excited about that.
That's the City of Lebanon, Ohio, now on YouTube.
That's what makes this Lebanon, Ohio a great place
buddy.
to live.
Yeah. Have a shoulder problem? That's pretty common. The shoulder is a complex, 4 different joints, 28 different muscles, which requires a unique approach, which is what we do. Chiropractic adjustments to the joint, clinical massage to the tissue, and therapeutic exercise to help re-educate and strengthen that area. If you're looking for great care for a shoulder problem, call our office at 933-9799 to schedule your free assessment of your shoulder problem.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool. Oh, yeah. Ah, yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to the City Show. Angie Smith, the Executive Director of Lebanon Chamber of Commerce, is back with us, and her friend Melissa to help hold her hand and get her through this this segment. We're here to talk about Third Friday Out, which how they've gone so far with the new city downtown area that we have. I bet it's been a hit, I'm assuming.
It has been. June was the biggest concert series that we've had in 10 years. They packed out the streets.
Wow.
July was a little smaller. We have a lot to compete with in July between the heat and the county fair. And, you know, a lot of people are on vacation, but we look for August to be another huge crowd to bring everybody back in right before school starts back and everything gets crazy.
So is this the last one? Are we closing it out in August, or do we do September as well?
We might.
Yeah.
We're looking at the possibility of doing an encore in September.
Nice.
To kind of close things out, and because July was kind of a little bit slower, we thought it would be nice to bring in a few local bands.
Yeah.
Offer that opportunity to some that maybe couldn't come. So that's still in the works.
I would imagine the weather in September at the end is
it's
just
nice.
It's got to be the best. And who doesn't like a party, right? Yeah. Leave them wanting more, and then bring it back.
That's right.
I know this is a tough thing to think about, but are you already thinking about next year?
We already have our bands for next year.
You're kidding me. Wow.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. We actually had a couple call us, and they, word travels fast, and Third Friday is where these bands want to be. They want to make Third Friday on Mulberry a huge event for our community. They love it.
Yeah.
And so actually, they contacted us. We have all 3 major bands secured for next year, and we're working on opening bands.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I can see me interviewing like a big rock band somewhere down the road. And where'd you get your start? Well, Third Friday. It's Lebanon.
Never know.
Yeah. Any changes that you're considering for the overall Third Friday as far as the theme, or
for next year or for August?
Well, just in general. Just what you do in general.
The biggest reason for Third Fridays is to offer an opportunity to bring our community together, to come down and just hang out. And we want it to be family friendly, earlier on, and if the kids want to stay until later, then that's totally fine too. In fact, in June, it was neat to kind of look at the stage and see all the kids down there having just as much fun as the adults. So we're adding slowly various activities for the kids to be able to do. So we've had face painting, we've had a balloon artist. Next year we hope to add some more things on Broadway to give those kids an opportunity to come out and hang out and have just as much fun.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Now the Chamber Award ceremony is in September.
It is.
Now, how do you go about choosing the winners for this?
So the way it is there's 11 awards this year. We've added several, and a majority of those awards, I think 6, the community can actually nominate individuals. Businesses, community members, however. And then once the nominations are closed out, we take those nominations and we have a committee that is, I have the board president, I have past board members, I have business owners, and I have a couple of other people who are prominent in the community sit on this committee, and they read over the awards, and that's how they make their decision.
Okay, and once you win something, you can't just keep winning over and over and over again. Okay.
No.
That's kind of nice, letting other people get the attention.
Yeah, they get a chance to do it. Now, I'm not. That's not to say like if someone wins a different award, but you can't win the same award over and over.
And who can attend the ceremony? And where?
Anybody.
Where is the ceremony again?
So it's September the 26th. It's on a Thursday night. It's at Miami Valley Gaming.
Nice.
And anybody can come. We would love to sell out. We think that it's really important to have our community support and to recognize these businesses and community members for all that they've done. So this is a new year. We're not going to announce the winners until that evening. So in times past, the award winners have always known that they were getting the award. And this year we are sending all those that have been nominated an invitation, letting them know that they were nominated and asking them to attend the dinner, and then the winners will be announced that evening.
It's funny looking back at when they first brought in the gaming facility. The questions about, this is gambling, this is this, and what a wonderful organization. I just see them partnering up on everything with the community and just really being a benefit in so many ways. And I imagine it's got to be a great venue.
It is.
Did they have that there last year?
We did.
Year? Okay. Okay.
We did, and I can't say enough about Miami Valley Gaming. They really are. They are very supportive in the community. They are actually our event sponsor for this event, and I mean they are probably by far one of the largest businesses that truly support not just Lebanon but the surrounding areas too. So they're a great asset to have on board.
They're giving back.
They are.
Yeah, and you get places like that coming in. It's like, well, you hear all the stuff they're going to give back. They've given back.
They do.
That's so nice. Hey, can you tell me something about Crave Lebanon?
Yes. You want to start that?
No, go ahead.
Oh. So we are super excited, and this is the first time that it will have been mentioned publicly, other than to our businesses. But we have partnered with the city, and we are going to roll out a new program September 1st called Crave Lebanon. And it's basically, they'll have like a card.
Okay.
And she'll explain a little bit more about that. But we want our community to get these cards, and they can visit these different stores and restaurants and get stamps.
Okay.
They have to go in there and they have to either eat or they have to buy something, and obviously in order to get a stamp. But we want to keep people here.
Yeah.
We want to keep people local. And, you know, sometimes we don't necessarily think, and I say we as in the community, like, oh, we have to go to Mason, or oh, we have to go to Dayton, or oh, we have to go to Cincinnati to do whatever, when we have got a lot here.
Oh, yeah.
So we're hoping that by doing this, we're able to support our local businesses, keep people, you know, local, and obviously help their businesses.
Now, what's the value of, because you're talking, it's you have a variety of different things. So you get is it a lower price for the?
It's free.
It's free.
Yeah, it's
okay.
free.
So you get it, and you get a free meal.
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
Because I'm all about free, baby.
No,
You know?
I thought you were talking about the businesses. No.
No.
So do you want to talk about that?
So you have to go in and spend your money there at the restaurant.
I'm spending my money anyway. Yeah. And then they give me a card.
They give you a card, yeah.
Okay.
And then for every 10 restaurants or stores that you visit, you get like one raffle ticket, and each place gave a gift card or of some sort back to us to donate it, and so they'll go in for that for a raffle ticket.
All right.
And then it goes on from there.
I mean, I'm already in the game. I'm going all these places and eating. I just want to know, how do I get my
There's
prize?
no set amount that you have to spend in each thing, if that's what you were asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And where do they get these? They go to the restaurants.
So
And do
they'll
they
have
to
them there
ask,
at the restaurants or at the stores.
Okay.
And the city building will have some, and we'll have some.
Okay, well, that's a great.
Yeah, we're
whose
excited.
idea was that? Was that Melissa's idea? Is that why you brought her here?
Actually, it was the city's awesome intern, Maddie Esposito. I don't think I'm just calling her
Yeah,
out.
putting the props
But
out there for Maddie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she. It was her idea.
Whoop whoop.
She had tried one somewhere else, and she was like,
Yeah.
I think this would be a great idea to grow, you know, shop local.
Wow.
And they wanted to partner with us, and it's just been, but no, we can't take the credit for it. It was
that's a
definitely
great
Maddie.
idea.
She's done a phenomenal job with it.
And when does this start again?
It starts September 1st.
Okay, and how long does it run?
Runs to the end of March, March
Okay.
31st.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the Chamber of Commerce. How are they doing in their membership? Are they still strong?
We are.
Yeah.
We are growing and busy, and you know, I feel like I've almost been here a year, and in this position, the end of August, it'll be 1 year.
Yeah.
And to see where we came in just a year, I'm excited, and to even project.
You
what
look
we
great
wanna
when
do.
you started. You look better now. I mean, you know, the hard work. You would
It
think, you
is.
know, wrinkles and gray hair, and you look
If you look real close,
you
you
look
might
more
see
beautiful
some.
than you did when you were just a kid starting a year ago. I remember when, Melissa.
Yeah.
When she was just this kid
Me
on the
too,
couch,
I
and
do.
now
I
she's
remember that.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Are you having fun?
I
with
am.
it?
I
Yeah.
do, and I think that makes a difference. You know, it's a lot of fun. We are definitely busy, and I would rather be busy than bored.
Yeah, there you go.
And to watch some of these businesses grow, and to be honest, to trust the chamber to help them, it's reassuring. I mean, we have a
Okay.
great community, and you know, this is where I live, this is where I work, and this is where we play.
Yeah.
So it's important to me.
And now you got an intern. Yeah, way to go. So
Well, we don't. The
we
city
don't.
The
does.
city
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Okay.
We might steal her.
So again, how do we join the chamber? Do we just go down to the building? Do we call you on your cell phone at 2 in the morning and say, I want to join?
You know what? My cell phone is always with me, and if the urge to join the chamber is at 2 o'clock in the morning, you can definitely call. You can come to our office and join the chamber.
Okay.
You can actually join on our website. There's a button that says join the chamber in the top right corner.
Okay.
You can call us, you know, whatever works. So we have tried to make sure that there is a different way to reach everyone to join the chamber. So we hope it's easy for everybody.
Yeah. Okay. What are some of the benefits? What are the events that you have with the chamber as far as mixers? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Networking. Go ahead.
You want to do that?
No.
So we offer six different networking opportunities. And what we've tried to do is offer networking opportunities 2 in the morning time, 2
It's
around
kind
the
of early, isn't it?
lunchtime. Yeah.
Melissa, 2 in the morning?
No,
My goodness, that would work for me because I'm an early bird.
No,
but
we're not real morning people.
No.
But we offer 2 networking opportunities.
What days of the
early
week
in
are
the morning.
those?
One is on the Coffee with the Chamber is on Thursdays,
Nice.
and Chamber Chat is on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So we try to do those different days around the same time for those businesses and business owners.
What time is that again?
Chamber Chat's 8 to 9.
Okay.
And Coffee with the Chamber is 7:45 to about 9.
And do they have that at different businesses, or do they have that at a set location?
It is. Coffee with the Chamber is at the Golden Lamb.
Okay.
And the last month of each quarter, we rotate where the Coffee with the Chamber is, and that goes to members. So, you know, if there's a member that would like to show off their building, then you can host it there and we'll go there.
Okay.
Chamber Chats is located at the Countryside YMCA.
Wow.
So then we offer 2 networking opportunities at lunch on different days, different places. And then we offer
business after hours.
Yeah, business after hours. And those are in the evenings.
What's the fee to join the chamber?
It depends on the number of full-time employees that you have.
And they can find out by contacting you
Absolutely.
at the chamber, right? Can we get a number up there, or can you give us your number in case somebody needs to get it? There it is.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. If you're not a member of the chamber, man, check it out. You're missing out, and you're going to meet some wonderful people and get to network with some great folks in our great town. You're a chatterbox, Melissa. How do you keep her quiet? I mean, is she just a chatty Cathy at work or what?
Yes, she is.
Nice having you both here.
Thank you.
Look forward to having you again, because I know we'll see you again, because there's lots of stuff that the chamber does. Thank you for what you do, and I know you don't do it for the pay, because that is not that, you know, that's not good, but you got to be a giver. So thank you for what you do.
Thank you, and thanks for having us on here.
Well, you're welcome. We'll be back with a special look at Lebanon history right after this break.
Bob Pulte Chevrolet always gives you the best. Best price guaranteed. Best trade-in value. Best selection. Best financing on all new and pre-owned vehicles. See for yourself at bobpulte.com. And you'll love the Pulte price.
Since 1954, Hardee's Interiors has been providing quality furnishings for homes in and around Lebanon, Ohio. Today, you'll still find quality antique and vintage furniture along with new Made in America furniture of all styles. At Hardee's, you can create a mix of furniture and accessories that truly reflects your personality, all made to last a lifetime. Designers are welcome, and so are you. Hardee's Interiors at 208.5 Wright Avenue or online at hardeesinteriors.com.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Bob Pulte Chevrolet always gives you the best. Best price guaranteed. Best trade-in value. Best selection. Best financing on all new and pre-owned vehicles. See for yourself at bobpulte.com. And you'll love the Pulte price.
Welcome back to the City Show. Let me ask you something. How far would you go to achieve your dream? In the early 1800s, Ormsby MacKnight Mitchel, as a 4-year-old, moved with his mother from southwest of Louisville, Kentucky to Lebanon, Ohio. At the age of 13, he declared his independence from his family, and then, at 15 years and 10 months, he became the youngest person ever admitted to West Point. He was too poor to afford a train ticket, so Mitchel would travel on foot, by horse, and riverboat through Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York to the Hudson River and on to the Academy. He taught math at West Point for several years after graduation, and then as a professor of math and astronomy at Cincinnati College, he convinced a group of 300 people to buy $25 shares of stock to establish the first astronomical observatory in the United States on Cincinnati's Mount Ida. It took over a month to sail to London to begin a search for just the right telescope for the observatory. He didn't find it there, nor did he find it in Paris. It wasn't until he reached Munich, Germany, that he located the right lens for this magnificent instrument. On November 8, 1843, former President John Quincy Adams laid the cornerstone on that building that became the Cincinnati Observatory. Mitchel's dream was finally realized, and believe it or not, that telescope is still in operation today. Let's take a look.
Well, Ormsby MacKnight Mitchel was born in Kentucky, very near the Ohio River, south of Louisville, about 1809. His father died when he was only 3. Large family, mother couldn't support the family. So she relocated the family up to the Cincinnati area and then almost immediately relocated to Lebanon, Ohio, where there was an older daughter married to a minister, and they were going to help with the finances. And also an older brother, I think, operated a school there, and he more or less homeschooled Ormsby. So as Ormsby was growing up, we don't know the exact age, but he was a very, very, very young man when he came up to Lebanon. Reached the age of about 12 or 13. Surprisingly, at that age, he was an expert at mathematics, could read and write foreign languages, including Latin and Greek, essentially declared himself to be independent, left home to support himself, working as a clerk in a store, one of the stores near Lebanon. And then when he got to be about 15, he heard he'd get paid for going to school. And the school was West Point, the military academy, the premier academic institution in the country. He got a grant to go to West Point, youngest guy to get appointed to West Point, but he was so poor he could not afford the stagecoach ride, go to 700 miles from Cincinnati to go up to New York. So essentially he walked to the East Coast to get into West Point. There are stories he had an assistance of a horse part of the way, an Indian guide part of the way. We knew he used a few of the canals or canal boats, but essentially he was on foot all the way. He got there 1825, 25 cents in his pocket. About 1842, Ormsby MacKnight Mitchel was teaching at the Cincinnati College, and he started giving a lecture to the Society for the Promotion of Useful Knowledge, and that ignited the people. He started his lecture in his lecture hall, overflowed that. So then they moved the lecture to the Wesley Chapel, which seated 1,200 people for the final lectures, overflowed that. So that's when he got the spark to saying, well, let's ask these people if they want to start a society and get a telescope. And based on his lectures, again, is what precipitated the founding of the society. And at the end of the lecture, they said, well, why could we not, the citizens of Cincinnati, do something with the country that President John Quincy attempted to do when he was president and build the country's first significant observatory. So private citizens are forming a public institution, and they sold shares of stock to become a member, and they built an observatory on top of a hill called Mount Ida. Then President John Quincy Adams came to town to lay the cornerstone of the observatory. They renamed the hill from Ida to Mount Adams, which is immediately east of downtown Cincinnati. So the observatory was down there. Mitchel wrote several books, very, very dynamic. You might recognize the name of Carl Sagan, what we call the popularizer of astronomy in modern days. Well, he definitely preceded Carl Sagan, and some say he was the Carl Sagan of the day, but we like to say Carl Sagan was the Ormsby MacKnight Mitchel of the day. Ormsby MacKnight Mitchel intended to donate his services to the observatory for at least 10 years. He was now teaching at the Cincinnati College. Well, this at the beginning of the observatory. A few weeks before the famous telescope arrived, his source of income was lost because the Cincinnati College was burned to the ground. So in order to support himself and the college, he did several things. One is he started the magazine or publication called the Sidereal Messenger. That's a Latin word for star or starry messenger, the first astronomical publication in America, both for professionals and serious amateur astronomers. He wrote several books on the history of astronomy, lectures of astronomy. Then he also went on a lecture circuit visiting all the major cities, east and south, and where he lectured many times it was to thousands of people, again without electronic amplification. It's amazing, he must have been a very dynamic lecturer. which was quite profitable for him. Then eventually the Cincinnati College was rebuilt. He again went back to teaching at the college. Then he dropped the Sidereal Messenger, which ran just for about 2 years. But he also continued writing books and also continued doing lecture circuits. Then Mitchel was called up to New York to found another observatory. Civil War broke out. Since he was a West Point graduate, Lincoln made him a general. First assignment was to come back to the city to defend the city from the Southern troops. That was very successful. Then he died of yellow fever in the Civil War. Then light pollution became a problem downtown because they were burning soft coal. Pollution from coal was very strong. So they opt to eventually close the observatory and move it out to the site we are now in Mount Lookout in Cincinnati, another hill named for the observatory. Well, Cleveland Abbey was the second director of the observatory after Ormsby MacKnight Mitchel died. The board of directors of the society brought him to town, very well qualified as an astronomer, Russia trained, Harvard trained. But as soon as he came to town, he experienced the same problem as Mitchel, smoke pollution from burning soft coal. You couldn't do astronomy on top of Mount Adams. So rather than sit on the hill doing nothing, he had another interest, and that was in meteorology. By this time, the country had stretched telegraph lines out as far as Denver. He would use the telegraph to correspond with all the major cities, asking essentially, "What is your weather?" And the telegraph operators cooperated and replied. And then he started noticing there was a pattern. What the weather was in one area west turned out to be the area in the weather east the next day. So Cleveland Abbey is what we call the father of what we call traditionally weather prediction based on long-range forecast. The Chamber of Commerce funded the initial studies, among other reasons because of the pigs. Cincinnati is known as Porkopolis because they were supplying pig and pork meat to the soldiers in the war. They wanted to know when it was safe or adequate to run the pigs down the street to go take them to the slaughterhouse. That was one of the reasons that was motivated the Chamber of Commerce to fund the project. So the initial project then, the weather reports was on the walls of the hall of Chamber of Commerce for the first short period of time, and then the newspapers then started picking up the reports. And then it became, when it went to Washington, D.C., it became a comment just about all newspapers then picked it up. But again, if you look at the weather report today, the same type of information. If you see the diagrams he used, and the various symbols on weather maps, he's the one that created those symbols. The round circle with the arrow through it for indicating direction of wind. They indicated if it rained, how much, snow, how much, the temperature range. And one of his biggest challenges was to get people across the country to capture the weather at the same time every day. And that need is one of the reasons that we standardize time. If you look at the verbiage of the laws in the federal government, the common population thought is that was mainly because of the railroads. They needed to standardize time. But if you look at the verbiage in the law, it reported mainly because of Mitchel's need to standardize time for his weather reporters. The original telescope that Mitchel acquired, it went online, saw its first starlight 1845. We believe that telescope to be the oldest continuing used professional telescope in the world. There are older ones, but they've been mothballed or museumized, but we're still using ours on a nightly basis. At the observatory, as I said, we had about 35,000 visitors last year, so there's always something going on. On Thursday and Friday nights, we do public viewing for adults and families. You just telephone in and make a reservation. We cut off at 40 max, so you don't have to wait too long in line. And also with the two main planets now in the summer skies, Jupiter and Saturn, we have some great visual objects to look at. It's very exciting objects. And of course, we still have our famous moon. That's around every month, especially around the first quarter phase moon. Those are the best times to come to the observatory because the moon is awesome to see through these old telescopes. But we do a lot of education work with school groups, scout groups, church groups, senior citizen groups. It's amazing the people that flock in here, and we just have a lot of fun with them.
We wish to extend our thanks to Madeline Channels, an intern from the Warren County Historical Society, and John Ventry from the Cincinnati Observatory for lending their expertise to this story. Stay there, we'll return with the community calendar right after this break.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where the cats go on vacation? New York.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
You made her college years possible, opening that education savings account when she was little, spearheading campus tours, and deciphering financial aid. If you can ace planning for college, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back. It's time for the community calendar. As we told you earlier, the last third Friday in Mulberry takes place Friday, August 16th, beginning at 5 p.m. Music will be provided by my sister Sarah, and there will be plenty of cold beverages and great food to enjoy. This event is free and open to the public, so grab your neighbors. Get on downtown for Third Friday. And don't forget the Lebanon Healthy Living Market is on Saturday, August 17th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. downtown on Mulberry Street. You can sample free fitness classes, check out the farmers market, meet with vendors from various health companies, and take advantage of merchants' sidewalk sales. Let's make plans to attend the Labor Day campout at Caesars Creek State Park from August 30th to September 2nd. Reserve your campsite now and you can take advantage of free kayaking, canoeing, archery, and more. Check out the Caesars Creek State Park Facebook page for more information. Dig deeper into Lebanon history by taking a candlelight tour of the Lebanon Cemetery on Friday, September 6th, starting at 7 p.m. Costume reenactors from the Warren County Historical Society will bring the history of many influential and infamous people of Lebanon to life. Make your reservation by going online to harmonmuseumohio.org or calling the Historical Society at 513-932-1817. Well, that's our show for this week. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with a brand new show on August 20th with a preview of Fall at Fort Ancient and a look at La Comedia Dinner Theater's production of On Golden Pond. We'll see you there.